and welcome to episode number 726 of Hard Factor. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. I'm Will. We got Mark, Pat, Wes. Full house tonight. It is Tuesday, July 13th, 2021. And quick reminder before we get the show going, this Friday, July 16th, huge day for Hard Factor. Go download the Green Room app by Spotify. Get the app, follow the host. It's the same social handles we always use. Our first show on there will be this Friday, July 16th. Also, patreon.com/Hard Factor. Our next trivia night is also this Friday, July 16th. So if you get in the send in the car tier on patreon.com/Hard Factor, join us for trivia. Very fun.
If you were smart, you would Van Gogh to it.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah.
Good one.
Wes will be in an art exhibit.
Yeah.
If you missed yesterday's show. So
I hear it's good. Yeah.
Casey in the Discord was like, I'm an art major. Don't go to the Van Gogh thing. It's trash.
Sounds like a qualified opinion.
Well,
all right.
Thanks. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Wes. Thank you. You guys ready? Doing good? Got any hot tips before we hop into the news?
My dad texted me today. He's like, good show. Welcome back show. Bonus dog Borgie ? And I was like, oh, I guess I need to bring more bonus dogs into the show because
he's encouraging you to.
He didn't understand. No, I don't think he understands what it is. So I need to do a better job of marketing it. Yeah.
Well, Lou, listen up. Here's what happened. We're doing this hot dog eating contest, right? It was fun. Will won. I think Mark got second. Wes got third. I got fourth. But your son, out of nowhere, cold, right? These things are terrible. They're like made of bagel bite dough, not regular dough. It's horrible. Your son just busts out a bonus dog in between dogs.
Well, full hot dog.
Yeah.
Houses it.
Yeah. Actually did two or three.
Blew our minds.
Yeah. He did so many that I had to eat like 10 extra pigs in a blanket just so I didn't feel like I didn't really get first because the bonus dog was that
sometimes
strong.
You got to whip out a bonus dog.
It was the equivalent of taunting in the ring.
It's a power
move. It was. And we got one more piece of business for the people that don't get some of the things we do, and that is we got a new Discord member, a new patron I should say, and Discord member, and he wanted to know what the hell does send in the car mean. So, Bubba, if you could...
Bubba, can you send in the car?
Send in the car. Send in the car.
Like, for example, eating a bonus dog would be sending in the car. You need to send in the car every once in a while.
By the way, when I went to Chicago, I went to the Graziano's sub place that Eddie recommended, and Jim, the guy who owns it, was at the counter, and I was wearing my bonus dog shirt, and he goes, "Hey, that's a fucking awesome shirt." And I said, and I was like, "Yeah, it is." And he goes, "Where can I get one of those?" And I was like, "Oh, it's part of the show." He comped me the lunch. And I sent him a shirt, and he sent it back. Yeah, so he loves the bonus dog shirt. And I got a DM from someone. Got a DM from someone that saw Jim's story and was like, "Where can I get the shirt?" So we need to pump the bonus dogs a little bit.
I love that. Also,
there you go.
I'll be posting my story tomorrow. I made that their home beef kit from Graziano's. Fantastic, so hot. Also, friends of the show, best Austin barbecue, best barbecue in Texas, Leroy and Lewis. They were up in Chicago hanging with Graziano's this past weekend too.
Oh, what a feast.
Yeah.
Bonus dogs for everybody.
Yeah.
Food mafia.
I'm talking about.
Nice.
All
right. Okay. Time for cup of coffee in the big time.
Yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time.
Okay, everybody. Today's holidays. It is July 13th. It's Barbershop Music Appreciation Day. It's Beans and Franks Day. I thought it was Franks and Beans, but it's for some reason they call it Beans and Franks Day. Chick-fil-A Cow Appreciation Day. Embrace your geekness day, not Greekness, geekness day.
Thank God.
Fool's Paradise Day, Go West Day, Gruntled Workers Day, International Rock Day, Nathan Bedford Forrest Day, only in Tennessee for good reason, National Beef Tallow Day, National French Fries Day, National Nitrogen Ice Cream Day, and World Cup Soccer Day.
So you guys got anything to say to me?
Wait, which day is your day? Put them back up.
You a Nathan Bedford Forrest guy?
No, not me.
Oh.
It's not it.
Barbershop day.
Nope.
Soccer.
You used to work at Chick-fil-A?
Oh,
Warmer.
That's right. That's
Warmer.
Right.
I was the cow, man. I was the cow at
Yeah,
Chick-fil-A. So
that's right.
Oh.
dress up as the cow.
Well, it's both your days because Go West Day is really just Go West Day. So it's Pat and Wes's day today. Yeah.
Congrats, Wes.
Most importantly, though,
Thank you,
French
thank you.
Friday. I mean, let's all agree French Friday is clearly the best out of those.
Yeah, that was a weird list, to be honest.
Yeah,
with
strange day.
Beans and Franks. Get out of here. Franks and beans.
Very strange. Also, July 13th in history kind of sucks. Not that much. In 1861, the Union defeated the Confederacy in Northwest Virginia, and that helped lead towards the creation of the state of West Virginia. It wasn't like the monumental stamp, there's West Virginia. It was just a step in the process. That's how slow of a day it was. And then in 2016, the most awkward politician of all time, Theresa May. She became the second woman to be prime minister of the UK and proceeded to dance her way right out of a job just 3 years later. But at least she got to bail before COVID.
Not quite as famous as the first prime minister of the UK.
Yeah, Margaret Thatcher did a little first female, right?
Yeah,
Little
first
bit.
yeah.
A little bit of a more rememberable job. But here's Theresa May just like sauntering across the stage. You remember how she would like awkwardly move her long limbs and just she couldn't dance, but she thought she was killing it. It was great. That was a lot
like
of
our
good.
Elizabeth Warren. Kinda.
Doing the May.
Yeah, she is, except like more successful because she
Right.
actually got to the prime ministership.
Right. Way more
Liz Warren.
successful.
Liz Warren's just trying to cancel cryptocurrency. So that's
Man, she's got that dog too.
Not anymore. That dog's long gone.
Yeah, Bailey's gone.
No, he's around. I follow Elizabeth Warren pretty closely. She just had an anniversary with Bruce. He gave her a big bouquet of roses.
Does Bruce still drink beers?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure he does.
He might have himself one.
Yeah.
God, that
beer and a golden retriever.
What a phony piece.
Well, Pat, don't worry.
Bruce.
She's just trying to get rid of cryptocurrency now, so she's not pissing you off anymore.
We might order pizza tonight.
Who knows? Might get down with the people. That's what you people eat, right? The
Right?
pizza, right?
Oh
my God.
Me and my sweetie Bruce.
Our dog Bailey, just our golden retriever, just came right in during the CNN interview. Can you believe it?
Nothing beats. I mean, nothing. If we're talking Liz Warren, nothing beats the Pocahontas moment when Trump successfully baited her into taking a DNA test that proved that she's not at all Native American.
I think that's the most relatable thing about Liz Warren.
That was the funniest. No, she's such
There's
a moron.
lots of people out there who think that they're Native American. Tons.
Okay, well, she wrote a book and like she wrote a fucking Cherokee cookbook claiming she was so Native American.
Mark's saying what? Mark, for real. You know what the story they'll give you is? That they'll give you this story. Yeah, no, I'm like an eighth Cherokee, but I'm not on the list. I don't get the bennies because when they,
she got
my grandmother was afraid to put her name down because persecution. But yeah, I'm totally one.
That's why I don't have any hair. That's why I don't have any hair.
Yeah.
So she got that a lot, applied for him and everything.
Yeah, that's a big one for people that claim that they're Native Americans. That they don't have a bunch of hair.
None of us are Native American.
Well, watch me get drunk. I get drunk so quick.
I have no arm hair. It's incredible.
Jesus. All right.
Do you think she's making a lot of firewater jokes?
It's an enzyme thing. Okay, I'm not. It's not science.
Number 5, a cup of coffee in the big time today. The Home Run Derby. It's happening while we tape, and it's unique this year because Ohtani, a pitcher, is the favorite to win. But that's great. It's cool. Like I think he's a Japanese player.
Not just a pitcher.
He's a pitcher who can jack home runs.
Oh, he's a pitcher who DHs.
Will's about to talk shit about Ohtani, which is just a slippery slope here. I don't know what he's thinking.
Oh, am I? Am I about to do it, or is Stephen A. Smith about to do it?
Baseball is an international sport itself in terms of participation. But when you talk about an audience gravitating to the tube or to the ballpark to actually watch you, okay, I don't think it helps that the number one face is a dude that needs an interpreter so you can understand what the hell he's saying in this country. And that's what I'm trying to say.
That's what Stephen A. is trying to say.
Tell me this is the one that gets him. Tell me this is the one that gets him out of our fucking face.
No, Stephen A. Smith he's going to stay forever. ESPN.
So you know what this is? Dude did not like Yao Ming. Dude did not like covering Yao Ming for years and years in the NBA. Yao Ming must have done something to piss him off. That's what that is.
But he also forgets about Ichiro being number 1 in the MLB like a decade ago.
Yeah, also fuck this because I think he knows English, right? First of all. Second, I think he knows Spanish too.
I think he does need an interpreter.
Dude, when we were talking about the other day about the potential shooting at Coors Field and the Home Run Derby, right? I was just reading up on this guy hardcore. I've been following baseball too closely, but he's a fucking DH and a pitcher on an AL team, and he's leading the MLB by 5 home runs. He's a freak of nature. He's awesome.
He can throw 100-mile-an-hour heat and strike out 10 a game.
It's like a modern day Babe Ruth.
And hit 34 home runs before the All-Star break and top 10 of all time or whatever in the history of the league. Then he doesn't need to speak at all.
Oh, bro, I'll go to a game.
It doesn't fucking matter what he speaks because he's the best baseball player in the world.
Right. Do we want a player out there who's going to Harry carry himself after he strikes out?
He could be mute. Doesn't matter. The guy's the best baseball player in the world. Don't you want the best baseball players in the world playing in Major League Baseball?
Seems like what language you speak has nothing to do
doesn't
with
fucking matter.
Stephen A's a little predge.
Are they exactly. Are they giving speeches during the games? No.
They're hitting dingers.
Yeah, he is.
All right. Well, Stephen A is upset, guys. So give him some time. Give him some space.
It's because he has to interview these guys and he hates it. When's the interpreter getting in here?
Man, why we lost Stuart Scott and not Stephen A. Wrong anchor, Dad.
Oh, God. Wow.
You guys are Stephen A fans? I'm sorry.
ESPN.
No, but that was harsh.
Stuart Scott, I want to give a hug, man. Stephen A, I want to punch in the face.
Yeah, I mean, ESPN anchors in general. I don't like how many of them have been like really spoke to you as like, oh man, this guy like is like a real dude.
Kilborn, not Olbermann.
Like
not
only
that
SVP,
Olbermann.
and that's it. Like okay. Number 4. Mel Gibson got caught on camera saluting former President Donald Trump at UFC 264 over the weekend. And of course, Twitter had a meltdown over it. So you guys, here's the picture. You see Mel, he's got the salute up. There's Trump waving to the crowd. There's a little video clip that went viral on Twitter, and Twitter just had a meltdown. Absolutely beside itself. It trended with like the little like explanation, like Mel Gibson salutes Donald Trump at UFC, like as like one of the top trends. And like, Brooklyn Dad Defiant is out there like, unbelievable. You knew Mel Gibson was doing bad shit. Everybody just beside themselves because Mel Gibson was praising Donald Trump. In other news for Twitter, the sky is blue.
It's nothing, Burger. I thought I had a funny tweet myself. I tweeted the most surprising thing about this photo is that Mel Gibson's not like at the concession line getting hammered, and I didn't realize that he was sober for 10 years. So I was like,
10 years.
Yeah.
Do you remember what happened 10 years ago?
Yeah, I do.
That's my bad.
I remember what happened.
I thought he was still drinking, so I was like, "This is hilarious," but he's been sober.
I got sober on the PCH.
Well, apparently that whole fucking stadium just went into a USA chant and like was loving Donald though.
Oh yeah, I've been in the.
Have you been to a UFC event?
Yeah, I mean, no, and I haven't actually, but
have you been to an SEC football game where Donald Trump walks in?
Right,
it's insane. Yeah, it's insane.
UFC events are definitely lean right. The majority of the average fan that goes there is
it's a raucous
Trump
applause
supporter.
when Trump goes in.
Yeah.
Same with the SEC football. Number 3, the FDA added on Monday the rare nerve condition Guillain-Barré syndrome, or GBS, to the list of potential Johnson & Johnson vaccine side effects. So the post-jab GBS has hospitalized or killed 95 out of the 100 people who got it after getting the Johnson & Johnson shot. So this news already comes after the heart inflammation warning for Pfizer and Moderna vaccines.
What's GBS?
Guillain-Barré syndrome. It's like some nerve syndrome. And
it's like a boutique virus that you're boutique syndrome
that will fuck you up. Yeah, it's killed or hospitalized 95 out of 100 who got it after getting the Johnson & Johnson shot. Again, comes after the heart inflammation warning on Pfizer and Moderna vaccines that have led to a handful of deaths as well.
Yeah, the heart inflammation's a nothing burger.
Good luck to those federal door knockers, though, right? You want to go knock on a door and ask somebody to go get it?
The heart inflammation is like 0.0001. It's like one in like a million. It's like it's nothing.
Well, it's enough where they had to add the warning.
Well, yeah, anyone that dies at all, they're gonna have to add a warning. So yeah,
we're gonna get into it way deeper.
The hard info. Let's get out of here with the hard information
later in the show.
Well, but this is a new one. Also, federal door knockers. You guys got any yet? Anybody got a door knocker yet?
No.
No.
I'm hoping for one.
No, I leave my TV on loud and like inappropriate content, so that deters from the door knocking.
What are they knocking?
No
I want to smoke
soliciting
weed. I want to smoke
sign
weed.
gets rid of them.
See what they do.
I used to have this skull. You guys have been to my house. Remember that weird skull that was out front?
That skull.
It was like from the previous people, but it was just some giant animal skull that was just right out front, and people did not want it. Now I have a hornet's nest out front.
I was gonna say you need to keep that hornet's nest going, and you'll be all right.
Yeah,
no
stay away.
knockers.
Pat, they're knocking on Biden sending door knockers to get people to get vaccinated across the country. Number 2, speaking of vaccines and places that might be having trouble getting those, and also food for their citizens, Cuba continued to trend as violent protests intensified across the island, including in the capital of Havana, with citizens taking to the streets to demand the communist government stop sucking ass. There's a picture of them flipping over cars and shit in Havana, to which the communist president, Miguel Diaz-Canel, says that all the protesters are mercenaries hired by the USA, and he ordered his supporters to go fight them in the streets in the name of communism. So
we wish that we had that many jobs, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, it sounds
There
like
are people to work. It's just not happening.
Pretty bad situation over there in Cuba. I can see why their baseball players run away constantly. Pat, as our resident communist, any thoughts on the situation in Cuba?
Down there in Cuba, I'm just saying, man, if they're saying it's bad today, if they're saying it's the worst it's ever been, it's got to be bad down there, bro. It's got to be bad.
Their economy is completely imploded. They can't get food to people. Basically, sugar shortages. COVID has decimated the economy.
Came too early, man. COVID came at a tough time for them. Right after they opened the border, cash is coming in, and then bam, COVID. Terrible.
I thought it was shut back down.
Yeah,
before.
but I mean, it once you get a taste of Cuba, it's
we only got like a little period of time we could go to Cuba. I thought.
Yes, I think our because Cuba is blaming
Cuba went Cuba again or something. Yeah,
right. In related riot news, South Africa had to deploy the military on its own citizens after the jailing of former President Jacob Zuma. Caused riots because he was super corrupt, but he was he was the first Zulu president in South Africa. I think it might be like tribal related, all the unrest there.
Couldn't they they should just sell all those like classic cars they have down there in Cuba if they're hurting for money, you know what I mean?
You're talking about because of the Fast and the Furious 8? Is that what you're talking about?
They have a lot of old classic cars in Cuba.
Yeah,
really? Based on the intro to the Fast and the Furious 8?
No,
it's known.
It's fact.
Okay.
Because they had no imports, so they just had to keep fixing these cars from the 50s.
It's bad news. The citizens are flipping them over.
Yeah, they don't look like they're taking care of.
They got a lot of classics down there.
You don't do that to a classic.
They're hurting the resale value, I think, with some of those dented roofs. All right, number 1 in the cup of coffee in the big time today. Rest in peace to a legend, Paul Orndorff, Orndorff, aka Mr. Wonderful, the real Mr. Wonderful from the WWF, not the Shark Tank pretender Mr. Wonderful. Mr. Wonderful died at age 71 on Monday. He's remembered by his family as a loving father and by wrestling fans as one of the first headliners of WrestleMania and being absolutely jacked.
Jacked to hell.
Yeah,
he's gonna be arm wrestling god. I think his finisher was the pile driver too. I'm pretty sure. It was vicious.
Pile driver. I know his tag team partner was Piper. So that was quite the team.
I think he was like tombstoning people, like the Undertaker's thing, pile driver type.
Oh, nice. Are you ready? And here's another pile driver, and that's today's cup of coffee in the big time.
All right. Well, cup of coffee today was brought to you by today's cup of coffee is brought to you by Caliper CBD. And listeners of our show are already familiar with Caliper, one of our oldest and most loyal sponsors. But let me just give a personal endorsement because I do use Caliper daily and I love it. Here's the thing. I've adjusted my usage to start taking a Caliper packet in my water during the day instead of just at night. I used to do that, which, it does give you a good night's sleep. So you can do that if you want. Sometimes I do 2 in a day. But have you guys noticed anything different about me recently?
chill, more.
Yeah,
I've been pretty chill. Have I?
Yeah, to be around. Yeah,
right. Like, have I been blowing up on the show recently? No. Go back. Even before the break, go back some episodes. I don't know. Just saying. Probably the caliper. But look. Caliper CBD powder is the only clinically proven fast-acting CBD. Caliper delivers 30 times more CBD in the first 30 minutes versus CBD oil. Get all the benefits of CBD in just 10 minutes. Some CBD oils take over an hour. So get out of here with that. You're going to be screaming at people for an hour. Caliper CBD comes in convenient, easy-to-use packs, precisely 20 milligrams in each pack, always THC-free, and so you feel better without the high, and it's got no weird taste like the oils. And you can get 20% off your first order when you use promo code FACTOR at trycaliper.com/factor. You can try Caliper CBD risk-free for 30 days. If you don't love it, they'll give you a full refund. They've never had to talk to us about giving anyone a refund because everyone's loved it. That's trycaliper, CALIPER.com/factor. Don't forget promo code FACTOR for 20% off your first order.
Oh, yeah. All right, guys. Some not so great news for residents of the Bronx in New York. As the New York Post is reporting, a teenage gang war has erupted there. And gun violence is up nearly 65% in 2021 compared to the same period last year. And authorities say that the violence is being caused by some very young rival gangs who they just don't fear the cops. They're like shoplifters from Walgreens and San Francisco.
San Francisco shoplifters.
Yeah, they just don't care. In the past week, 3 teens have been killed due to guns. And according to one Bronx police officer, quote, everybody is walking around with a gun because they are more afraid of getting shot than getting arrested. That's the state of affairs in the Bronx right now. Last Wednesday, 19-year-old Tyquil Daughtry was shot in the head in front of his home in Crotona just before midnight. And then following his death, a retaliation shooting was carried out by his fellow gang members on 13-year-old Jerion J-Rip Elliott, who is reportedly a member of the New York Crips and apparently was very loved. I got pictures of these. I don't know if Bubba's going to be able to help me. And was apparently very loved and respected because, according to a New York Post source, quote, he was crazy and admired by all the gang members, a modern-day baby face. They're talking about the notorious 1930s.
13-year-old?
Yeah, 13-year-old. Yeah. Bubba, that's him, Bubba. There he is. Look how young that guy is. So he was 13, just graduated middle school, was shot in retaliation. Yeah. And then 8 hours later,
he's taking a selfie with his gun. I mean, he's 13. This is not good.
Well, I'll go into the social media aspect of this later. So then 8 hours later, 16-year-old Ramon Gil Mederno, a 16-year-old and a member of the 800 YGZ or Young Gunnas, was fatally shot by 2 dudes on scooters after lots of people on social media were vowing to avenge Elliott's death. So apparently...
so this is a triple revenge. It was a murder, then a revenge, and then another revenge.
Yep, it keeps happening.
Gang violence kind of like that, though.
Yes,
like
it is.
One gang fights the other, and then it's just like constantly, well, they got this guy, so we got to get that
your
guy.
turn to avenge. Yeah.
Right. But the thing is that it's getting these guys are getting younger and younger.
Right.
Apparently Moderno was at the scene of Elliott's death, but was not confirmed he was a shooter, but caught the brunt of the retaliation anyway. Then yesterday, more retaliation. 2 more people were shot from where Elliott was. A mile from where Elliott was killed. Maybe they found the actual shooters, who knows? But so authorities are saying that the gun laws are failing these kids and other citizens as they are essentially being allowed to walk free. So referring to Moderno, he had 3 open gun cases pending against him. And quote, the system that purports to help these kids is actually acting as an incubator for future violence. Moderno gets caught with guns, goes to Kid Glove Family Court, and he's out walking the streets. So these kids are just getting off. They have all these gun charges, but they are not being charged as adults. They just go right back on the streets and commit more crimes. And they're saying that social media is also fueling these, saying, quote, these shootings are young kids that are part of localized gangs that are antagonizing each other on social media and then going out and shooting each other. So they talk shit on social media, get someone riled up, maybe a sick burn, and then it ends in gun violence. Someone's dead. Elliott himself had 6 arrests, including assault, robbery, burglary, criminal mischief, but was just let go because he was too young, and now he's dead. And
they just need to make fist fighting cool again.
Right? Yeah.
Like, because if you didn't have to do gun threats to get clout, and you could just threaten to fist fight to get clout, that'd probably take down a lot of them.
So hard though.
I mean, what do you mean
fighting?
What about paintballing?
No, I mean, nobody's gonna like that's it's got to be some type of
altercation. Tougher.
At least fists are less lethal.
Yeah.
Much less
so winded.
Yeah. So the neighbors are saying these things. These kids are just, they're above the law. They're not being tried as adults. They feel invincible. And then they just go out and shoot each other because of social media. So
that sounds horrible.
Terrible.
Yeah, be careful in the Bronx because and they're also saying that the economic impact of the pandemic is leading to much more gun violence because people are
right. I was going to say
robbing and
people stayed in all last year and were just like afraid in their homes buying more guns. So it isn't kind of like you'd expect kind of like a big like a big
but these kids
gun
weren't.
violence this year.
13-year-olds weren't like stacking guns during the pandemic.
I mean,
no, but
lots of gun sales.
Families are getting kicked out of their fucking homes. With landlords throwing them out. The money is tight, so these kids are going out robbing people, and then eventually it just escalates.
Tough to make jokes on this story.
It is,
yeah.
But it was the front page of New York Post. So
gun violence.
That's it.
Let's
guys
move on.
Okay.
I'd
avenge you guys.
No, don't keep the cycle.
No, avenge me.
Come on.
Yeah, bro. Sorry. What do you think this is?
Part of the problem. This is part of the problem. Is what it is.
We need avenging. I'd avenge you guys. Absolutely.
I'd avenge you so hard, Mark. I'd avenge you so soon.
Thank you. All right, let's take it to the Tik Tok International Moment where we'll be able to make fun of some of these people. Are you guys big revenge guys on your exes? And don't answer that. I think that's covered in a Hive Hour earlier this year on patreon.com/hardfactor. It's just a rhetorical question to get started with the thing. Don't answer that.
Revenge is a type of revenge.
We did a whole hour on that. I'll tell you who is big on revenge on an ex, and that is a Chinese woman identified only as Lu from the Zhejiang province. You see, Lu dated Qian, but Qian left her for another woman, which was a big mistake. Lu waited, put a plan together, and then struck Qian where it hurt in his new Audi. Lu paid a guy named Chen to rent Qian's Audi and then turn the keys over to a guy named Zhu. So now that some guys rented the car and handed the keys over to Zhu, and Zhu was a poor bastard that had a crush on Lu, and Lu offered him a date, allegedly, to drive around with her in the Audi all weekend. And what do you think they did in her ex's Audi?
Came all over it.
Oh, yeah.
Probably, unless Lu really didn't like Zhu. But they
used it as the Lu.
Right? There you go. Took a dump in it. What they did in the Audi.
Bank or something?
Nope. What they did was they racked up 49 red light and other traffic tickets, running red lights that Qian would have to deal with later. So she was just getting all the traffic violations and the cameras to get his license plate all around town. They spent 2 days running red lights.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
That's what you get for scorning Lu,
great first
you
date
son of a
with
bitch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because she sounds totally normal.
Well, no, I mean it's all going to end horribly. She's a manipulative fucker. This is terrible.
Yeah, that's what you get for scorning Lu.
And then her
bitch.
boyfriend cheated on her.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the cops caught on after like the 20th time they got pulled over and arrested Lu for being a psychopath. So
that guy's so desperate. He's just after like red light number 30 and getting almost killed like 5 times. He's like, let's keep going. This ends like I think of it.
Yeah.
You think he kept trying to lean in for a kiss and she kept pushing him back to the driver's seat?
He kept
no.
looking over and saying, "Horny yet?"
Yeah. Not enough tickets yet. She must be pretty good looking, and Zhu probably not so much. All right. What's the number one rule for retailers in terms of customers?
They're always right.
Yeah.
Right. They're always right. Yeah. So they're always right is good, but how about keeping them alive when they're addicted to your deadly product? That's even better, right?
Yeah.
That's why US-based Phillip Morris, the largest cigarette distributor probably ever, has gone ahead and they've bought or are buying UK-based Vetura, which is a British drug maker of respiratory ailment treatments and inhaling device technology.
Ooh.
So
can you buy those with bucks?
I think
Marlboro
so.
bucks?
Miles?
I think so.
Marlboro with miles?
Yep. I think so. When asked for comment, an elated spokesperson for Phillip Morris, who was spraying champagne, said, "Are you kidding me? This is the best move we could have possibly made. We're going to keep these idiots alive forever."
They're just going to blow up the factory.
No, I mean, it's just they want to keep these people alive, so they're going to take care of the respiratory problems. They can sell more cigarettes. This is like if McDonald's started investing in pacemakers and like selling pacemakers.
Right. It's like if you could buy
Got
a
it.
lap
Okay.
band with your Happy Meal.
Okay.
They just want to keep. They just want to keep you alive, so you can buy more stickers. Yeah,
You
I
know,
missed it.
yeah, you know, you're sending. Man, it's just like every time we do it, we're sending Wes to McDonald's that
Yeah.
night.
I had a West joke written in here for McDonald's, but I wanted to lay off him. I was like, they're treating him like McDonald's treats West or something. You know,
I started my diet today, and something's got to change. So
McDonald's. See if
Do me a favor and put in a menthol puck if you would.
Yeah. What?
Into the
Is that Happy
respirator.
Meal?
Into the respirator. Can you get flavored pucks for your
I'm
respirator?
sure you could, man.
Nice.
Got enough miles.
I hope they make the mango pucks.
I can't believe they had done this earlier. This is pretty genius. All right. In Poland, guys, they have made one of the greatest metal detecting finds of all time. Because I'm not going to tell you what Wes, Bubba, and I found, but the video is shaping up to be an epic. It's like the Tomorrow World. A 10-year veteran of metal detecting found 1,200-year-old silver coins from France in a cornfield in northeastern Poland, 1,000 miles from where the coins were minted.
Jesus.
Huh. How much are those worth?
Yeah, 1,200s. You said
$1 billion.
Oh, no, they're from the 800s.
Oh,
These are
shit.
over 12. Yeah. So, or maybe even older, according to some nerds. Turns out it's likely the coins were payoffs to the Vikings that started back in the 1800 or the 800s. The French paid the Vikings to stop raping and pillaging Paris, and they gave them 2 tons of silver to stop beating them up. And then the Vikings just extorted them in England for like another couple hundred years, like the original mafia that shook down shops for protection and payments.
the original lunch money is what it is.
Yes.
I was watching a documentary about England while we were off, and yeah, England had to do this constantly. They even had a name. There's like an English word for it because they had to pay so many ransoms to the Danes.
It's like Danjan coins or something like
French
that. Danjan payments.
Yeah.
No, there's a name for the payment they had to give the Vikings. So
the Vikings like roll into town and like put their nuts on the table and are like, give me my Danjan money.
Yeah.
So don't fuck my wife payment.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
It's like what the mafia did.
Someone tried to do that to Baby when he was shooting his music video. I saw a video recently. He was shooting in like a tough neighborhood, and someone was like, "Did you sign the permission slip?"
No, he has to check in.
I didn't know that was. I didn't know it was a modern day.
You got to check in.
Well, yeah, but the Vikings did it to you on not your turf. They would come to your home turf.
Correct.
And it's like even more aggressive than that.
Yeah.
You don't go into their turf.
The Baby's a North Carolina guy who's in Atlanta. Maybe that's why.
Okay, well, we should have checked in. Anyways, the Parisians paid them all this money, and then the Vikings took it to like Poland and bought beer and slaves with the silver coin. I guess dropped it all over the place. And that's just one theory of where they were like 20. Their biggest trading hub was like 20 miles away from this farm in Poland. So that's the theory. But that's just one theory where the Parisian coins why they ended up in Poland came from. And a couple of nerds are trying to poke holes in that. But I mean, come on, who cares? We're going with the Vikings, and good for that metal detector guy who has finally made it after 10 grueling years. Metal detecting is tough work, as you will soon see, fellas. It's tough.
Great job.
When's the video draft?
I don't know. Soon. We got a draft out. We got to do some voiceovers.
It's looking good though.
We're not going to rush it.
It's looking good. You don't. You don't rush greatness.
Yeah,
we'll put a timer on it after this week.
I mean, I'm just really, really excited to watch it. So
August 1st.
We said we weren't going to do this on the show.
August 10th. Yeah, we're not. We don't know.
These dates are non-binding.
Okay. Non-binding. Yeah, not financial advice.
I got a fourth one about 13-year-olds killing each other. If you want to.
All right.
No, I'm done.
Hey guys. I hope you're having the summer of your life. It's not COVID anymore. So I hope you're living a fat boy summer. I hope you're grilling, chilling. I hope you're taking it to the max, sending in the car, so to speak, popping the clutch. By the way, we didn't say that at the top of the show. Sending in the car is like popping the clutch. And if you don't know what that is,
well, it's similar. Sending in the car is a little bit more desperate. Popping the clutch is you're in a position of power already. And you're popping the clutch to let everybody know
But they're spirit sisters of slogans.
Popping the clutch is like going full tiz and just going crazy. Sending in the car is like a focused effort to make your best play. You're gonna get
and
the
your
first
back's
down
probably
and
against the
touchdown.
wall.
Yeah, you're sending in the car is you're focusing on doing something.
You usually send in the car on Friday night.
Yes.
Second Friday, the big night of the week.
You're focusing on drinking 100 beers.
Right.
So anyway,
you pop the clutch on first Friday. You send in the car on second Friday.
Because that's the show day. That's the big day. It's the peak of the weekend, if you will. Well, if you pop the clutch or send in the car right now, 3 weeks from now, you can have a memory of your fat boy or fat girl summer that will live forever in a way that, I don't know, a photo just won't. And I'm talking about a painting from paintyourlife.com, guys. Let's think about this. I'm not a rich man, but I like to pretend I'm rich. I like people to think I'm rich. Easiest way for me to do that in an affordable manner is to get an oil painting. And I have one. And it's sick. And you can have one too, of whatever you want, really, with our sponsor, paintyourlife.com. Here's the deal, guys. Pick from any artist. They have like a ton of artists on there. Like, I like this guy or gal's work. Bam. Pick your medium. You want oil? You're a watercolor person? I don't know. I'm an oil person personally because I like nice things. Bam. 3 weeks later, painting in the mail. And shipping's free. You don't even know what that's about. If you ever tried to ship a frame before, it will blow your fucking mind.
Like, it's literally, you're talking like a 3-figure discount there with the free shipping.
I have like 3 friends with paintings and they're all much better than me.
Man, it's like, it's just the best gift. Like, if you want to have a best friend for life, or if you have a best friend for life, you want to honor that person, why don't you get him or her a painting? Your parents, you want them to think that you actually graduated from college because they're suspecting. They haven't seen the diploma yet. Here's a way to take care of that. Get yourself a painting of you walking across the stage, right? You can Photoshop it together. They'll paint it. Bam, it's like it really happened. So if you want to get in on this action, you got to text 64,000. That's 64,000. And you're going to text factor to 64,000.
There it is.
Paint, and you'll get the discount. Our discount's pretty sick. It's 20% off. Plus the free shipping. It's insane. Text factor to 64,000. Celebrate the moments that matter the most. Disclaimer real quick. I got to read this. Terms apply. Available at paintyourlife.com/terms. Again, factor 64,000. Okay, guys. Seriously, there's a reason that they've been our sponsor a long time, because it's a sick product. Okay. COVID. Tons of COVID-related updates having to do with everyone's favorite virus. So first up, guys, we'll touch on it in the buzz. But I got
cup of coffee in the big time.
Yeah, I'm sorry, cup of coffee in the big time. I got bad news for later.
Cup of coffee in the big time.
Yeah, I deserve that.
You did.
I got bad news for lazy hackers who thought a single shot from a baby shampoo company was going to cut it, because as Will said, the FDA warned yesterday that the J&J vaccine can lead to a rare nerve syndrome, the Guillain-Barré. Is that how you say it?
Now that Mark was like, how do you say it? I'm like, now I've read it again. Guillain-Barré. I don't know.
Who knows? I'll tell you what it does to you, though.
You don't want it.
You don't want it. You know why? Because it makes you weak.
It's Gillian.
It's Gillian. No, it's not. It's some French hyphenated word you don't want anywhere near you. Like Tradwiget. Anyway, it causes muscle weakness and occasional paralysis, which made me think of a quote from Arnold Schwarzenegger, guys, from his 2012 memoir, Total Recall, about shortcuts. Arnold said, quote, "There are no shortcuts. Everything is reps, reps, reps. And you lazy bastards that didn't get your second rep in thought J&J was going to take care of it. Sorry."
Yeah, but I mean, Johnson, we called this like, remember there was like that huge like cover up attempt on all the bad Johnson & Johnson news at the beginning. And
it's true.
It
I just feel bad because, like,
it was obvious that Johnson & Johnson was going to screw it up again.
So I don't like
not that many people got the J&J. So the J&J is the Ross Perot of vaccines. It's the third place
million, right?
For sure. It's about 8% of the total vaxxed. It's about 12.5 million. Yeah. Perot, by the way, got 18.9% of the 1992.
Because it's a beast.
It's less than Perot.
Beast.
Wow.
RIP. Somehow we don't have a third party, though. I don't know how that happened. Go figure. All right, let's take it over to Pennsylvania, guys. Taking over the Keystone State. People were confused when the health department of Pennsylvania released their latest figures on the number of fully vaccinated persons on Friday. And without explanation, the number had reduced by 500,000. And no, sorry, Tucker Carlson. It's not because they're dead. It's because Pennsylvania double counted 500,000 vaccinations.
Oh
Whoops.
no! After what happened with the election last year, Pennsylvania double counted there.
Right. And
No.
if you're Rudy, this is a clear sign that Donald Trump won the Pennsylvania electoral
New York
college.
also fucked up the count in the mayor election.
If they doubled the Vox count, they octupled the Biden count.
Yeah. This is the best news Rudy's heard in a long time.
Oh
no. What'd they say? And there was government.
Pennsylvania is on such a cold streak. They let Bill Cosby out of jail last week, and now they double counted their vaccine shot.
It was Jello Day.
The best part about it is they try to they just squeezed the numbers out. They just dropped them and didn't say anything. They literally said nothing. Journalists had to be like, "Excuse me, I really hope this isn't because 500,000 people died." And like, no, man, we just double counted. Didn't want to say anything. Now that you asked, I got to tell you.
Things have gone downhill since that Eagles.
So they were just waiting until enough people got vaccinated where they would just never increase the number.
You're gonna catch up
until they caught up.
Rate of accounting. We've all been there. Shit, I got drunk and used the company card.
They would have got away with it if it wasn't for those nosy reporters.
Yeah. Anyway,
they just have that giant guy. Who's that dude in their government who's like 6'7", who the goatee who talks shit about Trump,
and his wife's like 4 foot tall.
Journalists, yeah,
that guy's hilarious. The lieutenant.
Don't ask me about the count.
The lieutenant governor of Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Clearly, if they're messing this up, they messed up the election. Let's take it to the Lone Star State, guys. 6 fully vaccinated people who attended an outdoor wedding in April in Texas came down with COVID-19. One of them, a man in his 60s, succumbed to the virus, unfortunately. Of the 6 that got the vid, 2 had taken the Moderna, 2 had taken the Pfizer, and somehow the other 2 had taken an Indian-made vaccine with a made-up sounding name, Covaxin. I hadn't heard of Covaxin. Does anyone want to guess which vaccine didn't hold up?
Covaxin.
Yeah, Covaxin.
Yeah.
Man. Whoops. Yeah, technically none of them held up, but Covaxin shit the bed the hardest.
Well, did the other 5 get hospitalized at all, or they?
One of the other ones did. The old cats did. I'm
another Covaxin. Both Covaxin.
It could be a fine vaccine. I don't know. They gave it to the 2 olds had Covaxin. I didn't know it was a thing. Did you hear about Covaxin?
Oh, there's tons of internet variants of the vaccine. Yeah.
The other guests were pretty floored by the news of the infections and the subsequent death. The reception was held in an open air tent, and the guests of the Houston event were required to be fully vaccinated to attend. So pretty confused how this happened. Oh, wait, it was an honor system policy. There you go. That was the issue there. Whoops. Everyone's vaccinated, right? Yeah, totally, man. Okay. Let's take it to South.
I want to miss out on free bar. You know?
No, I know. The honors. You telling me that box at the canoe slip is filled with cash? No one's paying that shit.
What do you guys think about that? Because at this point, the honors. I assume that everybody not in a mask is either maybe vaccinated, but probably not, and then everybody in a mask is vaccinated. That's the way I look at the world right now. What are you guys thinking about that on the honors?
I rock a mask sometimes in certain situations, and I'm vaccinated. I don't know.
Right. No, everybody in a mask is vaccinated. That's for sure. That I know. I don't know the people that aren't wearing a mask.
You don't know.
It's 50-50 whether they're vaccinated or not.
Could be.
People in a mask. The only people in a mask still are vaccinated.
I mean, it's one of the greatest human pleasures is to secretly get off on saying you did something but not actually having done it. So that's why the honor system doesn't work, because humans. You're probably right. Will, you're probably right.
That's a study I want to see.
Yeah. Well, let's take it to South Korea, guys. Officials have banned music of more than 120 beats per minute or BPMs at gyms because of concerns by health officials that working out too hard or that hard gets people breathing too heavy and gets their sweat splashing too far, which could be a spreader.
So no sex either then, right?
I mean, not at the gym.
No, not at the gym.
I guess not at the gym. No, it's not a nationwide ban. It's just at the gym.
But the Koreans just can't help themselves when they hear fast music. They're
just dancing.
They just get going.
Full spin, just go to the music no matter how fast it is.
They get off the treadmill and they all start just sweating on each other.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of passed out people after a techno.
Turn the music down. That's 110, 114, 118, 120.
Yeah. Luckily,
look at them go.
The policy effectively takes out the country's biggest export, which is pretty much all the K-pop hits.
K-pop, yeah.
Gone.
Oh.
Yeah. All of Spotify's gym playlist pretty much is gone too. Eye of the Tiger is in 108. So
Yeah, it's
You could just
keeps your
put that on loop.
heart rate low.
Yeah.
you think to yourself, is this like old people? This is their way to shit on new people music. But honestly, guys, people did react to this, and it's a controversial move, but I got to say, it's the biggest thing to happen to gym softies since the Planet Fitness lunk alarm, right? This really evens the playing field.
That's true.
The fact that the music, everyone's got to go slow.
That's true.
What's the lunk alarm?
You can't yell. You can't drop the bar.
It's a literal alarm that you can hit if someone's
in Planet
being a
Fitness, if you're
hardo.
too aggressive in the gym, they set off an alarm.
Oh, hilarious.
Yeah. It's a pussy alarm. All right, guys. And finally,
At the gym.
at the gym. Well, I don't know. I kind of like it when people
It's
get
like
hype at the gym.
it's like if someone's eating
Yeah,
too.
this is, dude.
It's like someone's eating too aggressively at deli. They set off like the fat ass alarm.
Right, all these moves are just so weak.
I
Like,
mean,
why would you ever go to a gym that like turns down, like, oh, we're gonna make it less intense? Hey, you know what? How about you take your workout real easy?
Well,
Like, I don't know. I don't want to go to that fucking gym. Get out of my face. You're trying to get swole. You go to the gym.
I want Koreans dying on the floor of heart attacks.
Look, I don't believe that study. I think that they got to give you good music, otherwise you're gonna get a shitty pump in.
Dude, that Duro song, I'll look it up. It's the one that it's like boom, boom, boom. Then it starts getting faster and faster. It's like made for a treadmill. I'm like almost dying by the time.
Exactly.
I need to build. Yeah.
If you're trying to nerf my hype up at a gym, that's the last thing I want from you.
Right.
No money from me.
The lunk alarm is stupid because it's not about you. The gym is about it's a personal thing. So they're not yelling at you, pussy. They're yelling because they're
Right.
hyped.
They're yelling at the weights. They're angry at the weights because they can't lift them.
Yeah, now they're calling you a pussy. So
That would just be a 911 call if they're like stalking you and screaming at you at the gym.
Look at this weak ass man ruined his workout. I'm gonna find him and
He's got the fingerless gloves pointing at you.
He's like putting the treadmill up higher. He's like on your treadmill, he's making you run faster. He's moving
the music.
turning it up. He's
Watch
moving
this.
the pin to a higher weight while you're in the middle of your rep.
I actually need to take that back. I was trying to make a point there at first that like it's not about you if they're yelling, but there is a thing in the gym about alphaing on which machine. The machine alpha is a huge thing.
You got to
Well,
wipe.
the guy that wants to like claim. Okay, there's
Claim the
always a
machine.
guy who's got his best machine, and he might not have other good machines, but he's got this one machine that he's
Right?
real
He's
good
got
at.
huge arms.
And he fucking goes to that machine.
He's doing the pull down.
Yeah.
30 to 40 minutes.
Oh, for so long. You can never get on the machine, but he will offer to let you work in a.
You want to work
set.
in? Yeah, I want.
Yeah,
to
he's
work
like
in with
because
you.
he wants you to see how strong he is on the
Right.
machine.
You got to
You
move
can
the
mask
pin
it.
up.
Yeah, you can like
gotta
mix
pin
in
it
with
up way
him.
big time.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to move the pin back down to 200 there, sir?
That guy's annoying for sure. But
Yeah.
still, no reason to institute a lunk alarm or to nerf the music. You have to have things as raw and savage as possible in the weight room. That's
Not during a pandemic, apparently, guys. Finally, to the numbers. It's savage. I would go to Will's gym. I would be a member day one.
there would be a lot of good music, and there would be absolutely no telling anybody to cool down at all.
Fast music.
Koreans
Lot of
dropping like flies.
A lot of shirtless guys, yeah.
Not even music. It's just a
A lot of
metronome.
shirtless, bulky guys picking up passed out Koreans.
Oh, yeah.
200.
There would definitely be a bath. Like
The South Koreans can't help themselves. To watch this.
Yeah, he's churning it up.
It's sad, really. It's like the fainting goats. All right. Okay. Finally, guys, the numbers. As of now, about 67% of Americans 18 or older have got at least one dose of the vaccine. So that's pretty good. And almost 60% are fully vaccinated. That's 335 million doses administered. The bad news, that's in very specific areas. So it's not the whole country. It's not really evenly distributed. And there's lots of concern with the Delta variant about not reaching herd immunity because there's lots of people who are like, nah, I'm not taking it because, I'm a patriot.
well, they got those door knockers, but
So we'll see. Hopefully we get somewhere towards herd immunity or these things stand up against the Delta V. But right now, who knows? But it's trending bad. The states that have seen the greatest growth in the new COVID-19 cases over the past 14 days, this is per the New York Times, Tennessee, Arkansas, Alabama, Kansas, and Louisiana. And then the states that have seen the greatest growth in hospitalizations over the last 2 weeks, Alaska, Nevada, Nebraska, Arkansas, Mississippi. Yeah, that's COVID update. So.
All right. Thank you, Pat. Guys, after years of fine print contracts and getting ripped off by big wireless providers, if we've learned anything, it's that there's always a catch, right? So when I first heard that Mint Mobile offers premium wireless service starting at just $15 a month, I thought, what's the fucking catch, right? What's the catch? But after speaking with them and using their service, it all made sense. There isn't a catch. There isn't one. Mint Mobile sells wireless service online only, so they cut out retail stores and overhead costs, which means their customers get all the savings. People looking for extra savings like myself, Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. My bill went from like what, $180, $200 a month to $15 a month, and I'm loving the savings.
You took the plunge. You're Mint Mobile guy.
Absolutely. I did. I've had it for like 2 weeks now. It's service is great. It's amazing. So get in on it, because it's like a nice dinner out every month that you're saving yourself. All plans come with unlimited talk and text, high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. So my service is the same as my phone number. Phone number is the same. I even got to keep all my contacts when I switched to Mint Mobile. And if you're not 100% satisfied, Mint Mobile has you covered with their 7-day money-back guarantee, but you won't need that. Switch to Mint Mobile and get premium wireless service starting at just $15 a month. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/hardfactor. That's mintmobile.com/hardfactor. Get cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/hardfactor. Got one more story for you guys, and it is Shark Week. Shark Week is back. I'm not sharing any personal news about my lady. I'm talking about the smash hit series by Discovery Channel, which is, of course, all things shark. And this year, they invited the gentleman from Jackass to join in the fun and do what they do best, which is put themselves in life-threatening situations for our entertainment. And I love them for it. But this time, one of them literally almost died. So this is Sean McInerney, if Bubba's got the photo. There he is. Pretty cool looking dude, right?
Bro, he's a bro.
What a chill bro.
Yeah, he's a cool looking guy. He was tasked with wakeboarding over some shark infested waters, but when the stunt didn't give the bloodthirsty producers what they needed, they upped the ante and had Sean go off a ramp right into the middle of dozens of hungry sharks in the middle of the ocean. And guess what happens? Here's the clip. I'm playing without sound so we can use it on fucking YouTube.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So there's Steve-O. He's like getting ready. Mm-hmm. There's Pontius.
There's a few new
Bam.
guys, right?
No Bam.
I don't notice Bam anywhere.
Well, Bam is having a breakdown.
Here's the stunt. Here's the stunt. Goes off the ramp and boom, into shark infested waters.
Oh, that's not good. He fell
there. He is getting attacked by a shark. Attacked by a shark. First have to come rescue him, and he's in a lot of trouble. Yeah.
Oh, he got attacked by a shark. Yeah.
He got attacked by multiple sharks.
The jet ski guy jumped in like he was breaking up a fight or something. Like he can't do anything.
Yeah.
He's next.
Right. So he had to be rescued by, the fucking, lifesavers that were on hand. Even Steve-O said he would have probably died if the rescuers didn't get to him in time. He nearly lost his hand, suffering severe artery and tendon damage before being pulled from the water and rushed to the hospital. There's a picture of his hand. Oh. Yeah. His name is Sean, also known as Poopies, is okay. And he said of the incident, Poopies.
Is he like a full Jackass member, or is he just?
He's I think he's one of the new ones. He's one of the.
He is now, Will.
In the Wu-Tang Clan,
Yeah, no, he's got to go. No, you think he's going to stay in after this?
Oh,
if you almost lose a you're jumped in if you almost lose a hand.
Why do you think he did it in the first place?
I think this is clout for him. He's like, now I'm a full-time Jackass.
Correct. They were hazing him. They were like, all right, who's going to go in the pile of sharks? Well,
who do you think? You think Steve-O is like the Godfather now, or is it still Knoxville?
You think Knoxville?
Bam. Knoxville's Bam's got nothing now.
No, who's pulling the strings? Who's saying you got to go in the Shark Tank?
Well, that little producer,
Knoxville, right?
Knoxville.
It was Jeff Tremaine. Has been the steady the whole time.
Yeah, no, I don't think Bam's allowed on set.
He's the string puller of all those fucking idiots. So Poopy said of the incident, I knew there was a chance I was going to get bit by a shark, but I didn't think it was going to happen. I don't blame the sharks at all. I mean, I was in their living room and it was dinner time. So he's taking it all in stride. But
so chill, man.
Yeah.
Chill, bro.
Check out my hand. But he's got a cool scar now, and he's alive, and he's now in Jackass officially. So
can't wait to finger a chick with his hand.
Have you seen the video of Bam, speaking of, where he tries to fight the guy in the car?
Dude, lay off Bam. Not on this
He tries to fight some random guy and just gets his ass kicked by him.
It's another blemish on Pennsylvania this year. Bam's behavior.
He's given so much to you.
In a dark hole.
He's given so much to you.
He has. He really has. Yeah, I hope he gets better.
He really has. Yeah.
I do hope he gets better, but he's not in a great place right now.
No, he's not.
Fighting random guys on the street and getting his ass kicked.
His Instagram is a scary place.
Did you guys watch that Vice show, Epically Latered, which is an awesome show, but like they take Bam to like the Netherlands to try to skateboard, and it is tough, bro. It's like if us tried to skateboard.
Right, yeah, because he's not in shape to skateboard right now. No, he's in shape to eat a pizza and pass out on himself.
Yeah,
Go on an Instagram rant.
yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about how Johnny Knoxville fucked him over. Yeah. Anyway, all right, that's gonna do it for Hard Factor. Remember, Friday, sign up for Green Room. Make sure to get that all downloaded so you can check out our first show and join us. You're gonna be able to come in the Green Room with us. It's like a live chat. So be sure to do that. Leave us a review. We got reviews and voicemails 512-270-1480. We'll be getting to those on Friday's show. We're working back in. We're getting back into the flow. We appreciate you guys hanging with us and spread the word. We've gotten some people that say that they've been turned on by people telling them about the show, and that's the way that we're going to grow this organically through you guys. And we really appreciate you guys doing that. So if you can tell someone about the show, it really helps us out. But most importantly, have a great fucking day.